Hey guys, Aqua25
and Archer9234.
With episode 128 of Engine Review. Today we have the Power Rangers RPM, the Valvemax Megazord, aka the Gunbir-oh from Engines Inside go-ongers. So now we have the Carriator, aka Carriator. Now he's the main compartment in the whole Gunbir-oh line. He forms the body. Now, of course, he does carry two of the Zords. And of course, if you guys remember, they released smaller versions of the engines, and you actually can put all 5 of them in one place. Now you can actually do him like this mode. In this mode, he doesn't actually turn at all. He has 14 wheels, so he can roll him around. But if you want, when you pop it out, you actually make it turn. Now to put the engine cell in, you have to open the mouth. And now we just press the tank, the gas tanks. He does open his mouth. He does do the whole mouth opening thing that like he does in the show, where he does open the mouth. And mainly much, he's just a Carriator. So now we have Bakar, aka the tail spinner. Now he mainly much, you can say, is either a dolphin or an orca.
In the show they call him a shark, but he's really an orca.
Now his ability is that when you, in the show, he spins. He spins around and he does his tail spinning thing. To put the engine cell in, we just gotta turn this and we just pop it out. Now the light, of course, right now is right here, so you can see when it does the engine, when you do the effects. He does roll. He looks like more like a motorcycle because he only has 2 wheels. One, you can say that the 2 combined equals to 1, and then the 1 in the front. He does roll really nicely, and of course, the spinning action is a really nice detail thing for him to do. And then it doesn't block anything, so it's really cool to see on that. So now we have Wolf Cruiser, aka Gunbir-oh. Now he's mainly much, you can say, is a wolf or a shepherd, and he's actually a cop car.
He has the show's gun cocking.
Now to put the engine cell in, push it in. He does roll really nice. He does look like a cop car because he has a symbol of like a little cop, but also his number. And of course, the wheels are really nice to roll, and he actually looks cool with that. So now we have the Octane Megazord with arm attachments. Now in this mode, the 2 Zords are just now arm attachments. You can still move them up and down, but due to the weight, I really recommend don't rush them because you can actually, the clips aren't really as sturdy and there's no lock feature. So if you do it really fast, you actually can, make it fall and you might damage the Zord.
You can still do like the finishing moves that the show does, like make Bark a spin.
Or you can make Gunbir just raise it up and just shoot like he would do with the bad guys.
And also cock the gun as well.
Just like before, you can actually put all the engine cells inside the Zords before you actually form it, so you can actually use all the actions.
I also don't suggest you put the engine cells or souls inside Barka and Gunbir because they'll make them even more heavier and risk making them detach from their arm side.
Because the arms are not safety lost like the engine always, so you guys gotta be careful with that. So now we have the Valvemax / Gunbir-oh. Now in this mode, all three of them are combined. Carriator makes up the main body of the whole thing. And mainly much the two arms are just Gunpowder and Bakar. You can still move them really, nicely, but I do recommend move them slowly just like before because
they can easily pop off. Just
the no safety lock, so you guys gotta be careful with that.
You can still do the exact same finishers. You can spin Bakar around
or do the cocking for Gunpowder. Now you can see the size comparison. They're almost the exact same size, just that the arms, of course, from Bakar and Gunpowder make it look larger compared to this thing right here. So now we have Zenith Megazord or the G6 formation. You can still move the arms, but like I said before, be careful with them because they fall off like always. And you can't move the legs now, but you can roll them now.
You have all the wheels.
You have the wheels now, and you can actually put all the engine cells inside because they all have the compartments free out to do, so it's perfectly fine to do that. You also can do this formation with Daishogun. You can just have the Daishogun and just arm attachments and everything, so you can have Daishogun G6 instead.
Or if you want to have engine O, which some Daishogun parts with G6.
You can do so many combinations with this. It's perfectly fine. There's absolutely nothing bad with it. It just keeps going on and on. Now, alteration-wise, from the Valvemax to the Gunbir-oh, there were a lot of changes. In the Japanese version, they were all sold separately. They were never in a pack together. In the American version, we put them all together in ones. So for Carriator, they changed the whole mouthpiece right now. Instead of having the engine cell right here, they just put it as a flat thing, and you just put the engine cell right on the flap of it, and that's it. Now, the wheels on Carriator were actually changed a lot. We only have a certain amount of wheels that you actually can roll with it. The others...
The two rear ones and the two front ones work. The other ones are all dummy. The eye was changed again. I don't know why they keep doing that. It kind of makes him look like he's drunk. The paint on his mouth over here has been removed. The G symbol, it was shrunken down and it was not black.
Also, we also removed the light feature right here, so it was all covered up.
The arms, in order to fold out for Valvemax mode. In the Japanese one, you actually have to open them up and then rotate them. On the US one, they removed that, where you just simply lower them down, and they removed this connector onto the other side. And they also removed the orange paint on both arms. The Croc Carrier lost the rear leg extensions and the fuel tanks that turned on the Soul sounds. This design was shrunken down on our US version. And the green windows on the rear part compartment have been removed on the sides.
You also cannot rotate the Carriator when you take him out, and you can actually
It can only go forward.
And it could go forward. That's the sad part about it.
And one portion of the transformation is slightly different. While on the Carriator, this little orange piece comes out to be lowered. On the US one, it just simply opens up. They remove the back part.
Now for Bakar, of course, it was slightly smaller, and they also changed the engine cell compartment. The wheels were actually changed for some odd reason. I don't know why they changed the wheel design on this. The tail is a bit deformed. It has more of a U shape, while the Japanese one has more of a V shape. The compartment right here was changed to red. The eyes were a bit changed, but not by much. You can still do the spinning feature, which was really decent of it.
Bakar's 4 lost its white outline. And of course, the forward wheel missing its side paint, gray paint.
Now for Gunpowder, he was actually changed also. You can still do the cocking action.
But the barrel, the front part of the barrel was removed. It's just simply painted gray.
The see-through red on the top is actually not see-through. It's actually straight solid red. The symbol for Gunpowder, they kept the symbol, but the blue color on the outer side was changed to a lighter blue than a darker blue than how it is. The face was almost the same, but it wasn't that much. And of course, we shrunk it and we removed the whole engine cell compartment thing into it and just made it into an engine cell instead. And a small structural change between the US and Japanese G6 helmet. The rear most also came with Bakar's engine cell, while in the Japanese one, they each came with their own separate one. The only difference is that the cell was actually included in the Valvemax for only Carriator. Also, in the American version, you can still put these two on top of each other, so you can form carrier mode. But other than that, you really can't do much with it. Overall, the Japanese version and American version are pretty much okay. You can still form the Zenith Megazord, just that it's much smaller, and of course the face changes are a bit different. Of course, the lack of the engine souls, they became cells and they don't make any sounds.
The only personal complaint I have between the RPM version and the go-onger one is the wheels on Carriator. The Crocsword has too many dummy wheels versus the 14 wheels that do function on Carriator.
You can actually get the Valvemax in two different versions as well. Either you can get the 2-pack that was released at Toys R Us only with include the high octane and the Valvemax to form the Zenith Megazord, or you can buy it separately. After go-onger ended, they released a special black edition of the Gunbir-oh to coincide with the Gunpard. It was in one big box. You had the whole Gunbir-oh in black, and you get all 3 engine souls in black in the special color edition. If you like the sound effects and you like the short accuracy of the go-onger stuff, by far get the go-onger things. But if you really don't mind having, you know, the cells and just having just random stuff, for me, I would say they're both okay. At least you can still form the Zenith Megazord, just as it won't be as big, but it's still something. But yeah, that's it for a review of the Valvemax Megazord. Join us next week for the Max Megazord. Rate, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Or make gun. Oh god damn it.
That's what I said. Oh, I have them on the wrong side, don't I?
Yeah, that's why.
I'll fix that.
And of course, they actually included a free sticker in the American version. Wow, it was like some kind of sticker thing for kids to collect now, because instead of the cells, beside the cells, it was stickers as well. Even after RPM, the Valvemax was available still at different retailers, so you can still find the Valvemax. It wasn't that hard to get compared to the other ones that were coming out.